Hey guys, what is up? It's Ziru with another episode of Pets of Azeroth. Today we are going over Mechagon. We'll be hitting up the different pets you can capture, the different pet battles that are out here for the world quest, and any pets that drop off any of the rares or any other pets that you can accumulate while on the island of Mechagon. So, jumping right into it, there are quite a number of pets that are collectible from Mechagon by pet battling them, by collecting them off of rares as drops, and even some events that you have a chance to get the pets with. Now, also included in this is going to be a couple of pets that you can fight while inside the Operation Mechagon dungeon. So those will be included in here too. But uh, so starting with any pets that you can capture and or fight to capture or collect. First off is the Arachnoid Skitterbot. This pet has a chance to drop off of Mecharanchula, the rare. Next up is the Musty Fur Snooter, which you can get purchased from the Rustbolt Resistance being honored with them. The Mechagon Marmot is a pet you can fight and capture on the island. The Alloyed Alley Rat is a pet battle inside the Mechagon dungeon. The Armored Volt Bot is one of the special event chance to drop pet. Bone Biter comes from Bone Picker, which is a rare drop. The Clanking Scrap Sorter is a pet battle inside the Operation Mechagon dungeon. The Copper Hopper is also a pet battle inside the dungeon. The Dusky Tooth Snooter is a pet battle that you can battle on the island. The Experimental Roach is a pet battle that you can battle on the island. The Fleeting Frog is a pet battle on the island. The Golden Snorf is a drop from King Mechagon in the dungeon. H4NDEE is a battle inside the dungeon. The Irradiated Elementaling is a special event on Mechagon. The Junk Heap Roach is a pet battle on the island. The Lost Robogrip is a drop from the Malfunctioning Beast Bot. The Malfunctioning Microbot is a pet battle that you can battle on the island. The Microbot 8D is a drop from the HK8 fight in the Mechagon dungeon. The Motorized Croaker is a pet battle on the island. OOX35MG is a special event on the island. The Rustbolt Clucker is a pet battle on the island. The Rusty Root Snooter is a pet battle on the island. The Scrapyard Tunneler is a pet battle on the island. The Snow Soft Nibbler comes from the Fungarian Furrer on Mechagon, rare drop. Specimen 97 is a pet battle. Spraybot OD comes from the Kleptoboss drop on Mechagon, so rare. And then the Yellow Junk Hopper is a pet battle. Those are the different pets that you can either fight and or collect from drops or whatnot on the island. And then there are 8 World Quest pet battles. All of these are single unit pet battles. And starting off with Creek Clank. He looks like one of the little spider mount robots. He is located at Bonestorm! He is located at 59.2 by 50.9. He uses the abilities Demolish, Spark X, and Repair. Demolish deals mechanical damage. Spark X deals elemental damage 1 to 2 times. And then if this attack is first, it gets an additional attack. And then Repair enters repair mode. No actions for 2 rounds, and repairs up some of its health. And one of the most common battles for him is Bone Shard, Icky, and the Dark Phoenix Hatchling. The Dark Phoenix Hatchling is just extra as far as having a 3-person team. Bone Shard and Icky can handle it by themselves. Other options could be the Unborn Valkyr with Icky and the Molten Corgi, Unborn Valkyr with Iggy, and the Celestial Dragon. You could use the Faceless Minion with Icky. So there are a few different options out there to get Creek Clank down. Up next is going to be Sputter Tube, and he is located at 60.7 by 46.5. The most common team setup for him is Icky with the Molten Corgi and then an additional pet. Another popular team setup is the Infected Squirrel with the Sunfire Kaleri. You can also use Icky with the Mechanical Pandaren Dragonling and the Dark Phoenix. So there are quite a few different options out there. If you don't have Icky, you can use Foul Feather instead of Icky. If you don't have the Molten Corgi, you can use Little Ragnaros, the Pandaren Fire Spirit, a Blazing Cinder Crawler, a Hate Spark the Tiny, Soul of the Forge, or a Magma Rageling, and Giggling Flame. So you have a bunch of different options to use for Sputter Tube. And his abilities are Toxic Smoke, Toxic Spray X, and Poison Protocol. Toxic Smoke deals mechanical damage and additional mechanical damage every round for 2 rounds. Lasts through swaps. Toxic Spray deals aquatic damage and causes damage over time effects to deal additional damage each time they deal damage for 5 rounds. Poison Protocol deals beast damage and poisons the enemy team for additional elemental damage per round for 2 rounds. So all in all, pretty easy fight. Plenty of options to go through with him. And then next up is going to be CK9, the Micro Oppression Unit. CK9 is located at 65.4 by 57.7. It's a mini HK8 unit that flies around. His abilities are U, 238 rounds, Lift Off X, and Shock and Awe. The 238 rounds deals 1 to 2 attacks, dealing mechanical damage, deals an additional attack if the user goes first. Lift Off X flies up in the air, and then on the next attack deals flying damage. Shock and Awe deals mechanical damage and has a 25% chance to stun for 1 round. The most common strategy for CK9 is Bone Shard, Mechanical Pandaren Dragoling, and Icky. That is the most common. Other options can be Tinytron with Spirit of the Spring and Giggling Flame, Faceless Minion with Tinytron and an additional elemental pet. You could use Mischief with Icky and the Spirit of the Spring, so there are a few different options out there for this particular fight. Up next is going to be Unit 17, and that one is located at 72.1 by 72.9. And it is one of the little gopher looking mechanical units. He uses Gnaw, Crouch, and Decoy X. Gnaw deals beast damage and deals additional damage if it goes first. Crouch is a crouch down, reducing all damage taken by 50%. And then Decoy X creates a wooden decoy that protects from 2 attacks. Most common team for him is the Snowfeather Hatchling and the Bloodgazer Hatchling. However, if you do not have the Bloodgazer, you can use the 2 Snowfeathers. You could use the Dire Beak, or you could use the Sharp Talon. Any of those if you have them. And then the 3rd spot is open for any other pet that you have to fill in for that spot. Other options could be the Ankle Render with the Knee Biter, the Unborn Valkyr with Icky, Icky with the Molten Corgi. So a few different options again for this battle also. Up next is going to be Gnome Feaster, which is an ooze pet, ooze type pet, magic pet. It is located at 64.7 by 64.6. Its abilities are Absorb, Glowing Toxin, and Corrosion X. Absorb deals undead damage, and the user heals for the damage dealt. Glowing Toxin deals 6% of the target's max health as damage every round for 4 rounds. Corrosion X splashes target with corrosive acid, dealing magic damage instantly, and then additional magic damage each round for up to 2 rounds. Or increases the damage, deals 5 additional magic damage each round, and increases the damage taken by up to an amount for 2 rounds. Sorry, that was a little backwards for me. So some of the most common teams for Gnome Feaster would be Icky with the Kaleri Hatchling, and then another flying type of a pet. If you don't have the Kaleri Hatchling, the Snowy Owl, the Brilliant Kaleri, the Hawk Owl, the Veal Watcher Hatchling, the Mini Wing, Great Horned Owl, Crested Owl, Long-Eared Owl, just a bunch of owls you could swap in for that one. If you don't have Icky, you could use Foul Feather. And then other options for this fight could be the Unborn Valkyr with a rabbit, and then an additional pet. You could use Crominius with Icky, an additional pet. You could use Bone Shard with Icky, an additional pet. You could also use the Unborn Valkyr with a Phoenix Hatchling and a rabbit. So lots of different options for this one. Also, next up is going to be the Golden Bot XD, which is located at 60.6 by 56.9. This is one of the little alarm bot looking pets. It has Alert, Smoke Cloud, and Siphon Gear. Alert surprises the enemy with